Blue Milker, hello. Hey Error, hey Third Echelon, Elite, hey Tonsley, hey Powered Yeet, hey Yellow, hey Vernesh. Hello Joe. If Jorbs is the answer, what is the question? Who's streaming right now? I don't know if I have Vernesh. Hey Rick Sharp. I don't know what to do. I mean, this stuff, I guess. Maybe we keep doing more Great Forges. We don't expect to get to wave 100. We just try to get more activation effect and enhancement runes, and we keep doing battlefields in order to find more unique items to make us better at that. Actually, I had an idea in my sleep, which I assume doesn't work, but I wanted to check it. It's also really easy to check. If I go to Ultimatum of Movement Speed, okay, it doesn't. I just wondered if it was such an ultimatum that I could channel, channel my disintegration beam and not have my movement reduced. But it is not that much information. Makes sense. A Swedish song about saunas. You know, I fully believe that that would be good. That checks out perfectly for me. I should check it out sometime. Woo! We try some different builds tonight as well. Because this build's like okay, but I'm sure I can do better with something. Hey Mayoshi, yes rap. Holy menus, Jorbs. This game has a couple of menus. I wonder what the fastest way to find new items is right now. Can I get rid of all of this? What's willpower? More elemental damage, max mana, area size, damage over time, ancestral strike damage, elemental penetration. Increased area effect if you have less than 30% mana. Whenever you're dealt elemental damage, you gain elemental resistance multiplier. Minion damage increases for every minion under your control. I wonder if my clones are actually minions. Whenever you deal ancestral strike damage with your secondary skill, you gain elemental prowess. The next 12 seconds. And ancestral skills have minus 21% cooldown. It feels like it needs me to be ancestral striking for it to do anything, though. Is this a totem? Zeal. Because I read your name first, Mayashi. What are you meant to do in an ARPG when you have a build that's like working decently well because you spent a while working out which buttons to press in it and selected equipment for it, but then you want to like do a different build? Do you just do the theory crafting outside the game? Maybe I have to do the theory crafting outside the game. Hey, Pokemon nerd! I need one spreadsheet, please. Diablos, thanks for the 92 months! Appreciate it. Hope you're well. You open a customized spreadsheet program called Path of Exile. Oh, come on. You have external programs for spreadsheeting Path of Exile. We all know this. Called Path of Building? Yeah, that sounds more like it. Drumstaff of War. What's this one? Pierce chance, fork chance. It does upgrade twice. Let's find out how this upgrades. Let's find out how some of these staffs upgrade. Am I liking the game thus far? Well, I played 16 hours of it yesterday, and then I started playing more. So that's kind of where I'm at. Just gonna keep going a little bit further. and clearly hate playing it. That's the takeaway? Interesting. I have to remember what gaining influence does. Just a second. Defeat the boss. I'm trying to play the game so much that nobody else will have to buy it. Tanking the sales and making the game fail. 17 degree chess. Every time you tune in, I see OP. It is one of those things where you, like, have a sliding scale in terms of what difficulty you set for yourself, right? I could be playing on a higher torment level or whatever at this point, but I am choosing this one. This is Diablo 5. I think it might be Diablo 2.5, if anything. Did my thing... I think my thing evolved and I missed it. Oops. Oh. Okay. When you cast a projectile skill with your primary or secondary skill. Special Arcanic, Special Obliteration, Projectile. It's a projectile skill. With your primary or secondary skill. Drum. Drums of War, okay. When I do this... Okay, so it applies to It applies to the entire cast of the clone, I think. Just got into Hades. I played Hades up until like the first win or whatever, and maybe a little bit further, but I didn't really get into the heat system. So after that, I pretty much stopped. Streamed 20 hours back in 2020. Sounds about right. I will almost certainly check out number 2 once it's out of early access, but I don't expect that I will before then. Hey Kiwi! I get really into ARPGs sometimes. Usually not for like that long in terms of like on the calendar, but often for that long in terms of like on the clock. There are 2 other classes. There is a knight and a ranger. Checking them out could be a thing I do today. What is this? I see. Tremendous amounts of loot. Oh, damn. The loot that I'm getting from the Cataclysm breaches, I'm kind of like not even noticing it. Like, it's giving me the Slorm stuff, and I don't even know what I meant to do with it. I should probably work that out at some point. So I got this. Eh? Think I'd enjoy Expedition 33? I don't know. You're right that it's not my kind of game. I've generally just kind of assumed that it's a game other people will enjoy, and I don't have to try to make myself enjoy it when it's not the sort of game I play. Whoa! Double Code of the Faithful. I guess we found out what happens when it drops a multiple of the same unique item. Elemental Resistance Multiplier. Okay. Oh, and you can also see that that has a range, I guess. Is there like... Press Shift. Oh, but Shift only shows you the ranges on the other stuff. It doesn't show you that... Seems to imply that the legendary effect doesn't have a range. Cool. What is this, by the way? Oh yeah, I was trying to do an attunement pulse build. Well, maybe I should do that more. That seemed kind of promising, and then I didn't level it up all the way. Is this leveled? This is ready to evolve. What's it evolve into? 4 additional projectiles. Bunch more damage. Got so many more projectiles. Alright, I'm gonna try a build change here, and we'll see how it goes. I want to go for attunement pulses. I think this can be on primary slot. Let's drop all this stuff. I think the problem with attunement pulses is I'm probably just going to die a lot. But Arcanic attunement pulses. Whenever attunement pulse hits an arcane clone, a temporal clone, or an arcane breach, its duration is increased by 100%. I want to see this. They are now projectiles. Bunch more crit chance. I don't know, remnant stuff. Alright. I want to equip this. Attunement pulse is now thingamajig. I can get rid of my disintegration thing. Is this any good? Sure. And so the idea here is I mean, it's that. Is it strong? I don't know. Let's head home. What's the best slorm for it? Midnight! Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm going out to dinner with friends today. Exciting. Oh, that is so many words. I kind of like something that's like defensive. Gain an orb of life every 3 seconds when you receive damage. If you have an orb of life, you ignore incoming damage and lose the orb of life. For every orb of life you have, you get movement speed multiplier. For everyone you're missing, get life regen multiplier. When you deal damage, we have some life regen stuff happening. I wonder what's up with the 3 in the top right corner of this versus the 10 in the top right corner of this. I don't know. What does that mean? Fireworks. Inner weakness enemies hit. No. Gold-plated stuff. Bunch of damage reduction. Sharpshooter with projectile skills. Sure, let's do a projectile skill thing for a bit. The Slorm Temple. I'm just gonna keep my other stuff the same for now. Was that good? Mm. It does say 70,000 damage per second. This isn't really going to do the thing I want it to do until I have a bunch more levels on my attack, though. The Juicy Slore. Huh? Wonder how long this takes. Oh my god, it's mastery free. Oh. A discordance that is of the same school as attunement pulse. So I have to work out what discordances there are. Surely Arcane Bond would be a discordance. The game never explains what a discordance is, I don't think. Applying a discordance effect based on attunement pulse's current school of magic to enemies hit. I think it's maybe just an attunement pulse thing, and it's just like if I hit the same enemy twice. So the first one's not going to do it, but the second one will. Game's so impressive for a self-taught 2 indie dev team, first ever game made in Game Maker Studio. It's very good. is definitely something they spent a long time working on. And I'm glad to see it releasing so well. Like, it's excellent. I haven't been running into any, like, bugs or anything like that. There's no lag. Game's just kind of vibing. This build seems really good. Like, better than what I was doing before. I think the problem is I'll just die randomly sometimes. That's probably the problem. Okay. I think that for single target at least, the magic missile thing was doing most of my damage. Staff of the Conniving Warlord. Ooh, sounds like a banger. It's level 40. It is 440. Alright, so there's probably an extra thing at the end of this once I get there. When I do the 100 floor thing again, do I have to start from 1? Yeah, that's like an expedition mode. There's a boss who shows up at some point, and when you kill them, you get most of your reward. I don't know if it's most of your reward. You get like a unique reward. And there are 30 or something of them to get. And then you can keep going after that, but don't have to. Alright, what all did I just find? The Staff of the Conniving Warlock and the Ultimatum of Endless Wealth. Goal to find is set to 30. Okay. Staff of the Conniving Warlock. What? This feels like an excellent way to just randomly die. So basically you're constantly using life bargain to make all of your skills cost life. Which means you don't need mana, I guess. And then your skills, which you cast, trigger life drain, dealing skill damage equal to the percent of life spent. The enemy is within a 3-yard radius. Dealing skill damage equal to the percent of life spent. So like 10? That doesn't seem right. Apply up to 20 life link stacks to enemies hit What? Up to 1.015. What? Life drain deals increased damage, life drain then. Okay, I don't... It's unclear what that actually does. Very good though. Next floor. I do think that probably there's intention that I wait until a bit later in the later in my experience growth to do the 100 floor thing, and that way I can clear the enemies on the floors a lot faster. What am I even using? Don't remember. Oh, it's the one where if I'm idle for some amount of time I get more projectiles or something. Is it? I don't know. Mastery level 5! Somehow I have to get that all the way to 10. Hive gives me, whenever you cast another skill, attune impulse, the school of magic rotates to its next school. Doesn't work. Getting to level 5 also increases its damage some amount. Bookkeeper has awakened. I feel like these kinds of games are all about satisfying sound design. It's very much a, like, you have a task, and then you have a different task, and then you have a different task. And, like, there's very little friction going from one to the next. And then it's enjoyable to do your tasks. That's what, like, works for me about these sorts of games. Personally. Different people have different things, though. Usually play these games without sounds because they repeat so much. Eventually, yeah. eventually you get to that point. But I'm not quite there yet. Three, 2, 1. There's another room? The Keeper has arrived. Hurry up. Oh no. What does that mean? Huh. I guess it doesn't fail you if you don't get it within the time limit, it just gets angry. Well, angrier. Halo Rogue, how are you? One thing I can do to get my thing leveled is I can use this one for a while. Skill mastery gain plus 68%. Seems like a thing to do. And for another 18-hour... no, I have to go to sleep before then. I might play for a while, though. I also might play for a bit and then play something else. I kind of want to play some Spire. Or I might play for a bit and go to sleep. I wouldn't hate some sleep tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Have I ever done a 24-hour stream? Yeah, I used to do them for charity, like with some amount of regularity. Like not like every month, but like 1 or 2 a year. It's been a while though. They are not healthy. And you know, I'm older than I once was. But also I'm just like less willing to do things that are not healthy to myself in my job. This boss kind of just kills me out of nowhere sometimes. Some splendid greens. Life regen. Oh. Maybe it's time to lose the doubtful sock. Wait. Do you think the effect of the legendary boots does something? It might actually. This is fun. I stay up more than 24 hours anymore. 10 years ago, no problem, but now you know it's not worth it. I've never, like, found it easy. I just used to be more willing to do things where my body was, like, very clearly telling me it didn't like that. I quite enjoy getting sleep. Staff of the Spectral Shapeshifter. So levels up 3 times. Area increased effect, Reaper damage multiplier, Spectral Shape. Turn into a spectral shape, becoming untouchable. The next 7 seconds or until you cast a skill while in a spectral shape. You can move through enemies and you deal a bunch of skill damage every second to enemies within some sort of radius. Let's try it out. So it's my 3 button. So I could like do this, 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 and then 3. Look, it's not dealing the most damage in our adult. It also has 2 evolutions to do. And it's probably more about being invulnerable for 7 seconds than anything else. Damage is a side thing. Actually, maybe the damage like procs like on a hit or something. Also hit level 57 at some point. Getting close to Bravery 60, which looks like a really fun one. Although, pick up 129 Goldus. I don't know. I don't think that works on the Forge expeditions. It might work in the Arcane Tower expeditions. I don't think you find Goldus during Forge expeditions. Maybe there's an item which gives you Goldus every time you kill an enemy or something. Arcane Barrier hit Mastery 12? Cool. I don't know if that does anything though, actually. At some point I should try the non-Arcane Barrier versions of Wizard. I just kind of need a reason to have 2 skills. I'm sure I'll find one. Alright. Staff of the Spectral Shapeshifter is evolving. Staff of the Spectral Horrifying Shapeshifter. Whenever Spectral Shape deals damage to an enemy, you can apply Horrified to the enemy up to 10 stacks, deals 15% increased damage for each stack Horrified on enemy is hit. Alright, so the damage scales a bit. 150% skill damage. This is skill damage? It's elemental damage. This is skill damage. Huh. I wonder if you can actually get to a point where that's dealing relevant damage. 2 skills could be fun. Especially if it kills everything. The magic missile thing is just dealing a lot of damage right now, though. I would have to actually work out something good to replace it with. Two skills is twice as many brain power. Up to 7 brain power, maybe even more. Oh, it keeps going forever. Another one. Staff of the something, something, something? Staff of the Unkillable Berserker. Where is that? Here. While below 30% max life, incoming damage cannot exceed 5% of your max life. While below 30% max life, you gain 4% armor multiplier and elemental resistance multiplier equal to your percent of missing life. Alright. Whenever you deal damage to an enemy, you have something chance to deal additional damage equal to your missing life, and increased by 2.03%. Cool. Needs a build that, like, can get to below 30% health, I guess. I'm sure I have one of those. How? For a way to maintain your shield, no HP, feeling low life builds get so much in this game. Yeah. How do you make it so your life is low, though, if your shield is up? I don't know. Seems like my issue. Whoa. What? Huh? Hold on. I'm confused, actually. What? How's this equipped? You draw a light seal at target location. Last 6 seconds. I already had that one. Wait, what? But I don't already have that one. Because it isn't, like, there. What is this? Oh my god, I'm so confused. Okay, so this cloak should be really good, because I'm using light seal skills. Equipped and at max rank. Light seal. Light seal. So, can I take that away? It still says max. It's still here. Alright, what's up with this? Are there just only 2 light seal skulls? I also haven't seen a way to reserve life yet. Huh. I think it just kind of gives me one more Ancestral Stone, basically, because I don't have to open this. And that's kind of it. Slormancer good? I've been enjoying it quite a lot. So my thought has been yes. I wonder if I can do this now. I don't know. Alright. I've decided that since it is midnight and a half, I'm going to go to sleep. As I'm tired. That means I can probably get a stream in tomorrow before I head out for dinner, though. So I'll do some stuff there. Thank you for chilling out with me for a bit this evening, everybody. And I will see you next time.